tell us about your projects and process and what you were doing. Tell them all about this because this went through a lot of change.
Yeah, this one, of course, I already know it started out as paper quilling, and then I evolved from there into this concoction. Of course, this is pipe cleaner. This is
Looks like a lot of fun.
tape. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. It took forever to get the pipe cleaners like this, though. That took the longest.
How'd you figure all that? You just kind of intuitively changed it all and decided
Yeah,
what happened with those little pieces of paper? That didn't work, the quilling?
I actually ended up using some of them for this project. Like this is paper here, this one's paper, and then these orange spots paper.
Did you like doing it?
Yeah, I like doing this project.
Good. Anyone want to say anything about that? What do you think about that, you
I
guys?
think that this adds life to
Yeah, it looks very, very happy, definitely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like Kaylee, sort of something she would do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially the colors.
Yeah, the colors.
Would you coil those around like a pin or something?
I used a dowel rod.
Dowel rod.
Yeah.
That was a good question, actually, yeah. These almost look like little Band-Aids around here.
I'm reminded of like candy, like here, and then that's like the straws that we used to drink out of.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. Very cool. Okay, tell us about the purple shoes. Yeah.
You did a great job on that.
Yeah, tell us all about that now.
For this print, I used tempera paint, and for all these dots, they didn't really show up that well over here. They ended up showing up darker, which was kind of depressing. But I used paperclip to stab all the dots in, and it was supposed to look like the galaxy and the Milky Way.
Ah,
And this is
okay.
supposed to
Oh,
be
that's right. You were doing stars and you were
Galaxy
doing. That's right.
Stars.
That's
Galaxy
right.
is the Milky Way.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But
I wonder. You can still go in and carve it a little bit if you want to keep working with that
I'm
idea.
still gonna work with that idea, but
The shoes came out real nicely. Really great print. Pull print,
Yeah.
perfect.
this isn't my first time printing, so I knew I had to make the lines really thick.
And you used the tempera paint. That worked out really well compared to the ink. So maybe you should try that using the good old fashioned paint.
Like a different paint. That's what I
Yeah.
was sitting there thinking.
Maybe that paint is just too old that you had too. I do have
Because
new.
the black was smooth, but the red, I mean, it was like clay. It was so soft.
It's probably too
been
old. This
dried
was from
out.
Professor Harmon's class when he taught it, I think a year ago or something.
Okay.
So, but that looks very good, really good job. I was a little worried. I didn't know if you'd pull that off, but
This ended up warping a whole lot.
yeah. And what you have to do now is that's because it was so wet. Probably your paper. I don't know if it was. Did you pull practice prints first?
I didn't do.
You just
any
did-
practice.
you just
I've
did
done
one?
it before, so
Okay, you didn't
I
do
knew what I was
that.
doing.
But that would be matted. Good if you mat this down. You have to tape it down when it's wet so it will stay down whenever you work on watercolor or anything wet like that. So, but if you mat this, which you should probably do if you're going to enter it in something, then it will hold it down and lay flat or frame it. That'll be good. But that was done very nicely. How do you like the way that came out? But you didn't like that process too much?
I didn't really like the process.
Wasn't real
making
interesting?
The stars like this, the cutouts, that was easy. But whenever it came to making all the stars, the individual dots, that was very time consuming.
But it's kind of interesting. Looking at it, it's a surrealistic kind of idea. You're not sure what this is that's falling down. So I kind of liked the ambiguity of it, you know.
Yeah, I thought about adding other colors, but I thought maybe
That would have been
keeping
kinda
it
cool.
simple.
Red or something might have been kind of cool to see it come down. Well, see, you can try different prints and you can try different combinations and see what happens in practice. It's kind of fun to do that. So tell us about your, excuse me, so your tiles?
Yeah, so these are hot glued on there, so not coming off
Okay, cool.
anytime soon. And I don't know, I thought with this one I was going to do organic, so I got the leaves, and these are supposed to represent flowers almost. And I guess it's up to interpretation, the rest of it.
Very
And
good.
then with this one, I want it to be very abstract and orderly, but also disorderly, so it's not exactly all in the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Chaos versus order.